Chargers Now is presented by PrizePicks. I'm your host, Will Ortner, and look, we all know that David Njoku worked out for the Chargers yesterday. We heard it over the weekend from Ian Rappaport. I got a video out to you why it was an excellent idea to go out and sign Njoku. Now it's Tuesday. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone. I'm hoping that you have a wonderful day celebrating. But where's the David Njoku signing? I've been waiting for it all day. Producer Searle, he's been on standby since last night. Poor guy didn't even sleep. We were getting ready for this signing to come across. And it hasn't happened yet. So why the heck hasn't it happened yet? What are we doing? Are we sitting around on our hands just hanging out? We'll sign him later on. What is General Manager Joe Ortiz doing? Is this a long play? Am I getting ahead of my skis? Look, I've been known to do it from time or two. I'm not a doctor. I have no patience. And so sometimes we sit here as fans and get a little bit too excited. And after covering the team for the last 6-7 months or so, well, look, I have a vested interest. I want this Chargers team to sign David Njoku because I think he's going to be the best option as that number 2 tight end for the team. So I'm going to manifest it, and I'm going to ask you to manifest it with me. If you want David Njoku to sign with the Los Angeles Chargers, like today's video, does it have any real help to David Njoku signing in LA? No, but maybe it at least makes us feel a little bit better. So hit that thumbs up button. I know there's a lot of talk right now that says, well, David Njoku, he's been in the National Football League for quite some time. He's falling off. He's not as good as he once was. Look, man, I'm not asking him to be a star. The last 4 seasons show me that he's still a quality tight end of the National Football League. Is he a 1? Probably not anymore. Chargers already got a 1. They got Gadsden. David Njoku would be a 2. David Njoku is better than Charlie Kolar. And when you look at how much he's projected to make next year, it's not like he's going to break the bank. 2 years, $20 million. That's $10 million a year. Hey, guess what? I don't know if you know this. The Los Angeles Chargers have plenty of cap space available to them. So just go make the move, man. Go make the signing. Knock, knock, knock. General Manager Joe Ortiz, get off your butt. He's going to make this team better. David Njoku makes the Los Angeles Chargers a better football team. And the Chargers need to go out and sign him. We're going to dive into more of those reasons. Plus, I want the day to end with some good news. So I got some great news for you that you do not want to miss out on. But first, we are going to let you know that today's show is made possible by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app. It's the best place to win cash while watching sports. With playoff basketball finally here, there's no better time to cash in than with our friends at PrizePicks. I'll tell you this, the app, it's super easy to use. To qualify for a PrizePicks lineup, pick 2 to 6 players and select more or less on stat projections, including points, rebounds, assists, three-pointers, hits, home runs, strikeouts, and several others across all sports. With the new social feeds feature, you can share PrizePicks with your friends and copy lineups with a single click. That, of course, includes me and producer Searle. You follow us on PrizePicks and you get the picks before they even get posted on the show. Producer Searle has a lineup for you for the basketball action going on later on this evening. Cade Cunningham points, more. That's a taco. Tobias Harris, more on his points, rebounds, and assists. Marcus Smart, more on his rebounds and assists. New user offer. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. That's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with PrizePicks. Clickable link to download the app is in the comments and description. So why the Chargers should sign David Njoku? It's simple. The first reason, he is better than the option that you have there right now as your 12 personnel tight end. Right now it goes Gadsden and then it goes Charlie Kolar. Well, when I look at the stat line between these two, even with 5 less games played, David Njoku was much better. And now Njoku obviously had kind of moved into the second tight end role. Harold Fannin Jr. was someone who had clearly grown. But when you look at everything other than yards per catch average, it goes to Njoku. More targets, more receptions, more yards, and more touchdowns. The average, not so much. It's clear to me who the better option is. It's Njoku. And you can move Kolar back to being the tight end 3, and he's a great tight end 3 for this ball club. He is someone that is going to be a great blocker. Njoku's still halfway decent as well. So now you have more options to throw at teams. I really like Charlie Kolar. I don't like him more than I like Njoku in this offense. Will the Chargers sign David Njoku? Let me know down below in the comment section, yes or no. Very interested in what you have to say there. Next, let's talk about the veteran presence that is David Njoku. He's been around the block, man. He's played on teams that have gone to the playoffs. He's played on teams that have not been very good. He can help move along this offense. Njoku is someone that can go over to Gadsden and help him grow as a tight end because he is still a young tight end in the National Football League. Njoku's been there, done that. He knows how to position block from the tight end spot. He knows how to be a more physical blocker if he needs to be. He knows how to run his routes to get open. He knows what to look for against the defense. These are all things that he can pass along to the younger tight ends, and this is another reason why you bring Njoku in. The very last reason why you bring him in is because, well, there are two things you want a tight end to be able to do: catch the football and block. And while most tight ends in the National Football League are going more towards being a receiver than they are an extra lineman, David Njoku is still a halfway decent blocker. Mike McDaniel loves to use 12 personnel. That means one running back, two tight ends out on the field. It helps stress the defense. Why? Because you have two players on the field that are legitimate blockers while also being legitimate pass-catching threats. That makes the defense have to account for both the run and the pass a lot more in their decision-making. A lot of these defenses then read run to pass. It leads to more open play-action pass situations, so on and so forth. Njoku is perfect for this offense because he is that. He can block well enough while also being someone who is going to be able to get open in the passing game. David Njoku makes this team better. So the fact that he was not immediately signed on Monday night is ridiculous to me. Jim Harbaugh, Joe Ortiz, figure this one out and bring in David Njoku. Now let's talk about some great news that Chargers fans are going to be getting around one UDFA. A guy that I've been able to follow a lot because he spent his last season at the University of Oregon. I'm talking about offensive tackle Isaiah World. Nick Baumgardner of The Athletic wrote a piece on the best UDFA for each different NFL organization, and Isaiah World was that player for the Los Angeles Chargers. World, a 6'5", 323-pound with 34.5-inch arms, has the traits of a top 100 player, and he delivers a punch of explosion out of his stance. He played 4 years at Nevada before one in the Big Ten. His technique is erratic, but if anyone can spin a project like World into gold, it's Jim Harbaugh and new offensive line coach Butch Barry. In my personal opinion, I believe that Isaiah World has the talent and the potential to be a great tackle in the National Football League. He did not live up to that, it felt like, at Oregon. I got to watch him a lot, and I'll tell you this about World. He was someone that when he was better than his opponent, he dominated them. When he was not better than his opponent, he wasn't always necessarily the best against those types of players. Watch the Indiana film. He struggled in those games. He struggled against Texas Tech. That doesn't mean that he's a bad player. That means he's a player that needs more time. He needs to work, and he needs to develop. Now, it's going to be difficult coming off of a torn ACL, but I do believe that Isaiah World is someone in the right system that could one day go on to be a legitimate starter in the National Football League. Hell, he might end up being a Pro Bowl. I like Isaiah World a lot, but he's got some growing up to do as a player, I believe, before he can be great. You know who's really good at developing that kind of talent? Jim Harbaugh, Butch Barry. I think that both of these guys can help World grow. It's going to take some time. I don't know that you see it this year, but I do think that in the long run, he can become a great player for the Los Angeles Chargers. Who's your favorite Chargers rookie? Let me know down below in the comment section. Is it a UDFA player? Is it a player that the Chargers ended up drafting? Personally, I want to say Akeem Mesidor, but everyone knows how much I love him. So I'm starting to lean more towards Brandon Thompson just because I think that kid is so freaking fast, and we all know that speed kills. Hit the thumbs up button if you want David Njoku to sign with the Chargers. Keep your fingers crossed. I hope that signing is coming soon. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe, because the minute that news breaks on the Chargers, we get a video out to you. So if David Njoku signs, Chargers Now needs to be the first place that you come to, because we will have a video breaking down that signing here. Hit that sub button and join the family. Thank you guys so much for viewing today's video. Make sure that you bolt up.